API rate limiting always bites me when I least expect it. What are your actual limits for bulk operations?
That's actually a really good question. I just received an email from one of our customers saying, "Hey, can you bump up your rate limit?" And it's it's again one of those fine balances that you need to have in place, because if you don't have rate limiting, you are vulnerable to attacks, to these DDoS
Yeah,
attacks, right?
deny. Yep.
And so you need to have some kind of throttling in place. Today, what we have is around uh, you can call 20 of the same APIs. So a single API per user, you can call 20 of them within a minute, and after that, you reset the counter and it opens back up. But it's challenging because there are some of our customers who are actually integrating into our cloud backend through our APIs, and they are calling our APIs. If they want to do 50 devices, they want to register 50 devices, they're calling it 50 times, right? And that causes an error, an API throttling error. Um, so what we have instead is we have bulk operations. So you have a single bulk operation where you can register up to 5,000 devices. And of course, it's going to be slightly slow because, you're doing 5,000 devices, but it's still a single API call. Um, so yeah, it's one of those things that have to be fine tuned.
Right.
You know, really depends on what a customer's need is versus how we want to balance security. Um, it is challenging, but at the same time, it's an algorithm that we can kind of work on to see if we can exponentially back off and
Yeah.
just control it on the fly.
It's a
Yeah,
once again, it's a dance, I think, and but it's necessary, like you talked
yeah,
about. I mean, if you think about it as the amount of load that an API can put on the system, or look like a denial of service attack or any of those types of things. I mean, the computer can push the button a lot of times really quickly, whereas the human can't sit
yeah,
there, even of all the thousands and thousands of users we have. If they're clicking the button all at one time, it can't do it as fast as
yeah,
the API. So it's a situation where we do the best we can to provide as much flexibility as we can without, but we need to have the service up, kind of like we talked about. The cloud can't have bad days, so there are some protection mechanisms that we have to stick in, but in most cases the rate limiting is not a problem, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.